It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading. I'm in the garage today, and I am pretty darn excited. I brought home a new Echo CS7310 to try for the weekend. My friends at T Macfarlane in Ottawa, Canada, they're an Echo dealer, and they have been a great friend of the channel because they've allowed me to use other chainsaws and some equipment. And they've just been great, and I want to put a little plug for them because I'm very thankful for them allowing me to use this chainsaw. So if you're in Ottawa, head over to T Macfarlane if you want to buy a chainsaw, and they'll help you out. So there you go, there's a little plug. I'll put their website in the description below, and you can head over there. This chainsaw has been fully redesigned. It is the biggest Echo chainsaw in North America that they build. It's 73.5 cc's. So, and it is an awesome looking chainsaw. I won't have a chance to get out and run it today, but I was kind of too excited to just bring it home and not do anything. So we'll do a little bit of a look over on the chainsaw and see what it looks like. So let's go. Well, this is the CS7310 P, and so it's professional X series. So X series is their top of the line series. When I first look at the chainsaw, it has got a really nice look to it. It's got a nice sturdy handle. It really is a nice looking chainsaw. And I noticed that they got a magnesium chain case cover, which not too many companies have that. And they got a magnesium recoil cover, which I don't think I've seen that combination on a chainsaw probably since the 80s. You got a crankcase that's magnesium, you got your pull cover, what is, and you have the chain cover. So the only thing that's really plastic on this thing is the tank, which I find is actually kind of a good idea. It dampens vibration, and the cover, and your actual chain brake. But the whole bottom end is basically magnesium, and a very durable looking. So that is a definite plus. I like that. There is a lot of alloyed steel in this thing, right from the handle. It doesn't even have a plastic handle. It's an aluminum tube. I feel like they have built this thing to last. Let's start off. We'll pull off the cover. These are quarter turn, and they come loose. They're just locking clips, which is very nice. You don't have to unscrew them like most brands of chainsaw. So this is what's inside around your air filter. They have a little tab here. You pull this out, and if it's this direction, this is for the winter, so it doesn't suck in as much cold air, cool down the chainsaw. But if you run it in the summer, you turn it around and shove it back in, so it has that little air spot to come through more. I do actually like the idea that they thought of cold winter running. It seems like a lot of chainsaws, that's just kind of like an afterthought possibly. They don't really think it as a primary. So that is good that they're actually thinking about that these chainsaws are going to run at extreme cold temperatures, especially where I am anyways. So it's got a nice pleated air filter. One thing I'd like to try out is it's got a special air filter. Air comes out of the flywheel here. It comes up through that channel, comes in and swirls around, and then probably most of the dust exits here. It doesn't actually make it into the filter. Man, they've actually really thought of that. That is actually kind of cool. I want to see how well that works. We'll take the filter off. It's got a wing nut. Very simple. You know what? We don't need to make things too complicated. Okay, so it's got a decompressor. I like the way the spark plug wire is all in there. We're going to throw the cover back on. That's a definite bonus of these fasteners. Nothing worse than having to unscrew the whole length of the threads to take the top cover off. Like this is a 1/4 clip. And when those are clipped, there is no way they're coming loose. But they're actually really quick to take off. So now we're going to look at the recoil cover. That is really thick and it's solid magnesium. You know, when I see things like that, that's what I really like. I like seeing a lot of magnesium, aluminum covers. It just gives you a sense that it is way tougher. You know, something hits it, it's a lot tougher than hitting plastic. Now the handle is bent aluminum handle. I think that looks really, really good. You know, when you start seeing that they made them out of the handles out of aluminum, a lot of the big companies are going plastic, which I'm not a fan of. And it looks fastened well, the way it goes around the tank, the dampener. The fuel tank, it's got like a translucent side to it. So when you tip it down, you can actually see the fuel level. You know what? I normally run it till I run out of tank of fuel, so it really doesn't matter to me too much. But it is a bonus. You can see how much fuel's in it. I'm a fan of screw-on caps. I'm not a fan of those clip caps. There's other companies that have made them. I know that Echo has them in some countries. They have clip caps, but I'm glad that Echo Canada has stuck with just the spin-on caps because I don't know about you, but I've went out with like different brands that have the clip caps, and I have lost my caps. They come loose. The little connector thing comes off, and next thing you know, you don't have a cap, and you have to go back home. Which isn't good. So I definitely prefer the screw-in caps. Okay, so here your oil has a big mouth on it, and it's got a screw-in cap, which is I'm a fan of. So the trigger has the safety latch before you can pull the trigger, which like most chainsaws do. The trigger fits nice in your finger. It's not wide. The choke is here, and it's got the on-off switch here. Some people don't like the steel switch, but I like the metal switch. I think that's just more metal on a chainsaw, the better, as long as it doesn't make it too heavy. So now we're looking at the magnesium chain cover. I am a super fan of that. You know, the more steel you can put on these things without adding a ton of weight, I think you're just far better off. You know, we are starting to build things that are just totally disposable. Everything is plastic, and you can see that Echo is trying to marry the weight of the saw with durability, and I think they've done a good job with that. You got your chain guard, and they have captive nuts, so they can't just vibrate out and fall off. I think almost anyone that's ran a chainsaw long enough has remembered when you actually look down and you see a bar nut missing or something. I mean, it just happens. So it's kind of nice that these can't come out. They stay with the cover. And that's what the cover looks like. It's got an external drive, so I mean, possibly there can be attachments that go on it, like drills and that. The ones like Husky that have it on the inside, you don't even have an option for that. The bar tensioning pin looks solid. I like the fact it has the tensioner on the side, because if you have an Alaskan sawmill on it, and the Alaskan sawmill goes here, the ones that you adjust from in here you can't get to. So if you want to run an Alaskan sawmill, you got to really be mindful of where the bar adjuster is, or you'll be removing the Alaskan sawmill every time you want to adjust the chain, which you don't really want to do that. The Echo bar has a replaceable ends. I don't know if they sell the ends, but that's what that is. 3/8 chain, and it's got a nice set of dogs on it, nice and solid. There's the exhaust and your spark arrestor to keep it all compliant. There's a quick look at the new CS7310P chainsaw. It's 73.5 cc's, so she's a good sized chainsaw, and it sounds really, really good. Hopefully by tomorrow we're gonna have a chance to get out there and actually try to run it a little bit. I'll take you along. I'm hoping maybe possibly that I can run it on an Alaskan sawmill or something like that, but at least we're gonna go out and cut a little bit of firewood with it anyways. I'm kind of itching to try it, so I want to say thank you again to T Macfarlane in Ottawa for letting me use it, and you know, I think Echo did a great job, so we'll just have to see if it runs as good as it looks, because it looks really, really good. So that's about enough for today. You guys have a good one.